This just seems wrong. There we go. Oh, wow. That actually held up that time. That's a good sign. One size fits all. Yeah, okay. Cut resistant sleeves. They don't make them for full figured men. Anyways, I think I see why this one cost more than the other ones. That thing actually held up pretty darn well. This one was completely destroyed when it was hit. This one right here has a pretty good dent in it and is bent. But this one, man, it still functions. I do feel like I hit a little bit low, but still I feel like that lock held up a lot better than the others. And you know, at the end of the day, if all else fails, I'll just use my size 14 key. All right, I'm gonna say that's good on the breaching of the doors. Let's move on to some other fun activities we can have with our underbarrel shotgun. And one of those, I believe, would be less lethal. I think that would be a good option for this. So now let's try out some less lethal rounds on Mr. Rooster over there. Okay, let's see what's in my pocket. Looks like the first less lethal round I have is duck shot. There are literal little rubber duckies in there. All right, rubber ducks versus big motors. Sorry about that, I don't know what came over me. Anyways, let's shoot some duck shot at this giant rooster. All right, here we go. Okay, recoil on that is very light. Okay, next, in less lethal, I have 2 rubber slugs. Get back! Oh, right in the face. Let's go ahead and give him one more. I'm not seeing, oh, okay. One of those slugs actually lodged in the rooster's neck. Oh, no! Shot less lethal, and we have assaulted a chicken with money. I definitely should.
We're going from looking at feet, looking at shoes, stealing some shoes, and now we're touching people and breaking into their rooms.
The big thing that I got going on, it's like a foot fetish, you want to call it.
So entering their rooms and touching their feet and legs, that's this step. What would be the next step after that?
What started out as a burglary turned into a nightmare for multiple women on what should have been a relaxing 4th of July weekend. A resort nestled on the coast of Lake Tahoe, Nevada, became the center of this bizarre crime spree during the nights of June 30th and July 3rd, 2022. The events earned the assailant the nickname Foot Fondler. The escalating nature of his crimes leaves investigators asking what drove him to commit these strange acts, and what was he planning to do next?
I don't know why I would do it. It was really stupid.
Do you think you'll be able to stop?
It's August 1st in the residential neighborhood of Atwater, California, where 2 investigators with the Douglas County Sheriff's Office have traveled over 200 miles to serve a fugitive warrant. Nearly a month after the incidents that terrorized the residents of Lake Tahoe, the investigators prepare to question 26-year-old Mark Anthony Gonzalez, leading to an unusual conversation with disturbing insights and jaw-dropping revelations. The following footage has never been seen before.
Are you Mark?
Yes.
Hi, Mark. I'm Detective Jenkins. You're with partner Detective Schultz.
Okay.
Hi.
Hello.
Would you mind coming back to our
Pleasure.
Jeep?
Good morning. How
We're
are
going to
you?
walk this way and just have a conversation. So, Mark, the reason that I'm here I'd like to chat with you a little bit about your family vacation to Lake Tahoe around the 4th of July.
Okay.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about your vacation?
We just went over there to, have a good time 4th of July weekend. We just went over there to, we normally go every year, 4th of July. We went boating and just things like that. Wanted to have a good time. That's it. Nothing too big.
The officer is well aware that Mark's definition of a good time goes beyond boating on the lake, but before she confronts him with what she knows, she first informs him of his Miranda rights. But Mark chooses to be anything but silent.
So I'd like to talk to you about some of your activities while you were up in Lake Tahoe.
Okay.
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 Specifically the rooms that you went into of the women and touching their feet. And before you tell me that you didn't do anything like that, I'm going to tell you this is your one opportunity to be straightforward with me.
Yeah.
Okay. I know that it was you because you left your fingerprints behind.
According to victim statements, on the nights of July 2nd and 3rd, Mark entered 2 separate rooms at the resort through unlocked sliding glass doors. One woman described waking up as her blankets were being lifted from her body, while another was awoken by the sensation of someone rubbing her legs and feet. The officers will soon confront Mark with more disturbing details from these incidents, but for now, they continue to question him about his deranged motive.
So I don't understand why you did those things. I'm trying to understand. I've never met you. I don't
Yeah.
know anything about you.
Yeah.
So can you kind of explain it to me?
Just out of dumbness. I don't know why I would do it. It was really stupid.
Well, and I'm sure you can appreciate 4th of July. There's a ton of women up there. Why those rooms? Why did you go into those rooms?
Every room looks the same. It was out of dumbness that I did it, and I don't know why I would do it. Just a stupid thing.
Okay.
But yeah.
How did you get into the rooms? I mean, how did you just, pick the room or decide
Well,
what
because
room?
every room looks the same. I honestly did think they were like the rooms that I was supposed to come back into, but they all look in that resort like they're all the same room and stuff. But I just went in just through the back.
Mark can't seem to decide whether he entered their rooms by mistake or if he had a more nefarious purpose. Thankfully, the officer gives no attention to his excuse.
So you went in,
Yeah.
and then the ladies explained to me that you were rubbing their legs and their feet. What's the deal with that?
Just a dumb thing that I have. It's like a little fetish thing that I got going on.
I don't know you, so explain
dumb.
it to me. Just explain it to me. No judgment.
Yeah.
No zero
Well,
judgment.
it's
Okay.
like a big thing that I got going on. It's like a foot fetish, you want to call it.
Okay.
And it's stupid.
Have you done anything like this before?
No.
Mark is quick to deny it, but as it will soon be revealed, this isn't the first time his self-described foot fetish would land him in hot water with the police. For now, the officer attempts to figure out his state of mind and learn something that may suggest Mark's crimes are escalating.
What was the draw, or what was exciting about it for you? Was it the feet themselves? Was it the excitement of the I shouldn't be doing this? What was the deal with that?
Honestly, I really don't know. It's just like wanting to go the next step,
Yeah.
Just, I don't know.
What's the first step?
Well, just like watching
I hear you say that you have a foot fetish. Okay, what
Yeah.
kind of stuff do you watch?
just like dumb, like just random,
Like
stuff like
regular,
that.
or is there like I don't know?
It's
Is
just,
there like
it's just
foot-
regular. It's just, well, there is, but I just normally just do the regular.
Have you ever done anything like that, like stolen shoes, taken shoes,
No,
anything
no.
like that?
I bought in shoes from women and
Women's
stuff, like
shoes.
online and all that.
The officer isn't simply making an educated guess about his activities. While she's keeping her awareness of Mark's history close to the vest for now, she'll soon explain what she knows about the case in shocking detail. In the meantime, as Officer Jenkins continues to question Mark, Officer Schultz decides to call in for backup to prevent an uncomfortable situation from unfolding when a family member begins watching the encounter from a distance.
Hey, could you ask a unit to meet us over here? Yeah, we're going to be doing that here shortly. So we just, like for black and white, we got a family member that's out here just for a cover for us.
See, I'm going to be honest with you. I have no idea why I would do that. It's just like a thing that I have going on, and I know it's not the right thing,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
Unfortunately, no, it's
Yeah.
not. Have you spoken with someone about
I was talking to a therapist, but like
What have you
it's been a
learned?
while.
Okay.
Yeah, a few things. How to try to cope with it. Wear a little, wristband and stuff to kind of cope with that situation.
While the use of a wristband is a documented tactic used by some psychologists to mitigate unwanted behaviors, it's interesting to note that Mark does not appear to be wearing one.
When you say you wear a wristband to like,
Well, just like if I do get into that stage, I'll normally, try to wear it, and it'll snap me out of things doing, weird
Okay.
things like that. And,
have you been doing weird things like that for some time?
no, just watching, like I said, watching just kind of copes with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you watch
Yeah.
to deal with it.
Yeah.
How long have you had the foot fetish?
Honestly, like more than 7 years.
Okay.
It's been a
And
while.
how old are you? 26, right?
26.
Okay. So before you were an adult.
Yeah.
How did you, I guess
people just like have their own thing, Like
Yeah.
I guess
what's
that's
the
how
first time that you remember having like a thing for feet? Like how did you discover it?
I honestly have no idea. I think I might have seen something that I liked during watching something like that, and it stuck with me
Just
for,
stuck with you.
for a while. Yeah, it just never went away.
After gaining some insights into Mark's compulsions, the officer circles back to the incident that brought them to his front door and refers to an earlier statement he made that has some deeply unsettling implications.
You know that you have this foot fetish, and then this was because you wanted to, I think you said, take the next step.
Yeah.
So entering their rooms and touching their feet and legs, that's this step. What would be the next step after that?
Well, I mean, I'm not too sure. Just something going on with like
Was there more that you were wanting to do that you didn't?
No.
Please forgive the personal nature of my questions, and I know it might be awkward talking to a female. If you prefer to talk to me,
it's fine.
I appreciate your honesty. I do. No judgment from me. Okay, no matter what we talk about, zero judgment. Okay, we all have our stuff, right?
Yes.
When you were in the rooms with the women, there was some thought that perhaps you were in the women's rooms.
No, just watching, touching.
Watching, touching yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, touching yourself. Okay.
No, just watching them.
Watching them.
And yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mark struggles to get his story straight, and the officer isn't buying it.
I wasn't even sure if she was a woman, to be honest with you. Like, I just went in there and, just like, had to done this. Just, like I said, wanting to,
And Mark, this is the part where let's just be honest with each other, okay? I don't
Yeah.
think that you went into a random room. I don't think that you're into guys' feet.
No.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't
Yeah.
think you're into guys' feet.
Yeah.
So I think that you probably knew that it was a woman, and I'm not judging you, okay?
I really didn't know, because it was so dark.
So did you just randomly start checking doors and find one that's unlocked, or what? How many times do you recall doing that? Obviously, I know the answer, but I'm going to see if you can be honest with me. How many times do you recall doing that?
Yeah.
Going into a woman's room, rubbing her feet and her legs, or trying to.
This is the only first time I've done it
Right.
there.
Mark's heavy emphasis on the word there is troubling to say the least, and begs the question, was it really his first time?
When you were up in Tahoe, I understand that.
Yeah.
How many times while you were there?
Just twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you try to get into another room but the door was locked?
No.
There was actually 3 times.
Just once that I went in.
Okay.
For the one that was open.
This would turn out to be a lie. Mark may have been stopped due to one locked door, but it did little to slow him down, as he brazenly broke into not one, but 2 other rooms.
Okay,
Yeah.
you went in the ones that were open. Okay, so 2 times, and then only went in the ones that were open.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, you kind of hit the nail on the head. Going into a woman's room
Yeah.
without their permission, touching them without their permission, that's a crime. I'm sure you understand that.
Yeah. I don't know why I would do it. Like I said, it's like stupid.
No, I hear you. I hear you what you're saying, and it sounds to me like this is something that you've been kind of battling for some time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Are your parents aware of the struggle that you
They
have?
are.
They are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do they know what you did in Tahoe? Did you tell them?
They do.
Okay, when did you tell them?
Well, they found out. I didn't tell them.
Oh,
They found out.
how did they find out?
My sister told them, hey, there's this thing going on over there.
And then they figured it out?
Yeah, because
Through the
my
news?
past. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your sister saw the news?
Yeah.
Kind of called you out on it?
Kind of, yeah.
Well, why don't you call me? Well, why you make me drive all the way here? Why don't you call me? Come on now.
scared.
I know, I get it. I
Yeah.
get it. And I understand where you're coming from. And unfortunately, you are going to have to be held accountable for your crimes. Okay. So I have a warrant for your arrest. Okay.
Okay.
I do appreciate your honesty. Thanks for the conversation. I think that goes a long way to speak to the kind of man that you are.
Yeah.
A lot of guys would just stand here and be like, I don't know what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
The discussion between Mark and Officer Jenkins is far from over, as he has more jaw-dropping confessions to share. In the meantime, Mark's father has seen the handcuffs go on and has finally decided to get closer to the situation.
Dad's coming up behind you. Do you want me to inform you that your dad of what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Hugo. Hi. So he informs me that he's already spoken with you about the things that he did in Tahoe.
What he did?
While Mark's father claims to be unaware of the events, what he says next reveals he knows more than he's letting on.
So he entered the rooms of multiple women. So I have a warrant for his arrest. There's 4 different charges. 2 are burglary, which is a felony in the state of Nevada.
Which he didn't steal anything.
It doesn't matter. Burglary is not stealing.
Burglary in the state of Nevada is defined as entering any structure with the intent to commit larceny, assault, battery, or any other felony once inside.
Touching another person's body against their will is a battery. Okay?
Okay.
So that's included in the statute of burglary. Okay? And then battery and attempted battery. So there's 4 different charges. I'm sorry to, sounds like he's been struggling with this for quite some time. So unfortunately, I believe he's escalating a little bit. I know he's already seeing a counselor, what he told me, but he hasn't in a minute. Maybe we need to revisit that. But that's what's going on. So he just asked that I kind of fill you in, and so I wanted to fill you in.
I kind of noticed that when you were talking, you were trying to get him to admit something like a type of charge, like something that has to do with.
No, he has priors here. I don't know if you're aware of his history with Atwater Police Department or Merced County Sheriff's Office. He has prior contacts, and during those contacts, their cases, there was some information given to me that maybe he had been after taking some women's shoes or touching himself.
According to the Atwater Police Department, Mark was suspected of stealing women's shoes from porches and garages in his neighborhood, leading to one sergeant giving him the nickname the Shoe Bandit. But this won't be the only shoe-related incident, as a report will reveal later.
I do think that he has a fetish that's kind of got the better of him, and he's having some decision-making issues, and it's escalating. We're going from looking at feet, looking at shoes, stealing some shoes, and now we're touching people and breaking into their rooms, right?
While Mark waits in handcuffs, the second unit Officer Schultz requested has still not arrived.
Hey, it's Schultz from the Douglas County again. Hey, just want to let you know we're code 4 with one in custody. Could one of your units transport him for us, or do we need to transport him to your facility? There's a 20-plus ETA. We're 14 minutes out from the facility. We want to just go.
Yeah, I can just take it. You want to just put him in the front? Yeah, that sounds good.
While letting a suspect sit in the front seat beside the arresting officer is unusual, it's the following conversation that takes place between the two that will surely raise a few eyebrows.
You're not going to attack me while I drive, right?
No.
Well, you say that, but I've had people attack me while I was driving, so I just want to make sure that that's not a deal. No, you've been a perfect gentleman, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
Left at the stop sign.
Left?
Left.
All right, you be my driver. He's promised he's not going to attack me while I'm driving.
Of course, why would they do that?
I don't know. People do silly things.
As the conversation continues, the questions from Officer Jenkins veer more and more into deeply unsettling territory.
If the women had woken up, did you have a plan as to what you were going to do after that?
Just the same thing.
Just winging it?
Yeah.
Did you have a thought or fantasy of how it might go in your mind?
No, not really. Yeah.
Did it bother you at all that, like, they were sleeping next to their husband?
Disturbingly, in both instances, the women were not alone. When one victim nudged her husband awake, he reported seeing a shadowy figure at the foot of their bed. After shouting at the unknown person, he then chased him through the sliding door but lost sight of him shortly after.
I guess not specifically the husband, but that they were next to someone, did that have anything to do with it? But I guess, was it more exciting for you that way because it was a little more scary? Or
No, it's just the same.
so what part of it was exciting for you? Was it the entering the room secretly? Was it the actual feet and legs and being able to touch them? Or what was the most
Probably just
exciting
the
thing
feet,
for you?
Yeah, the feet and legs. Yeah.
Is
Not
there,
entering or nothing like that.
is there a particular type of feet or legs that you like?
Not really. Probably just like ones that are nice, you know, nicely groomed. And like, you know, I don't know.
Is it women's feet, men's feet, all
Just
feet?
women's feet.
Just
Yeah,
women's feet?
yeah.
Okay. I can't honestly say I've ever watched it. What would foot consist of?
Just doing it with the feet is all
Okay.
it is. It's nothing big.
So like with feet?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
cool.
just that.
All right. Have you ever tried it?
Yeah, I've tried it.
How'd it go?
Good.
Yeah, you enjoyed it?
Yeah.
With a consenting partner?
Yeah. That, I mean, I guess that would help me out. Like, you know.
If you had a consenting
Yeah.
partner.
Yeah.
The officer's line of questioning is far from over, and there's still one important question about his behavior she has yet to ask.
Do you think you'll be able to stop? I mean, honestly.
If I have a partner, maybe. Yeah, of course.
Have you been in like a committed relationship where that was a thing?
No.
So you're not sure?
No.
Okay.
I've never actually like done that, like dated or anything like
Okay.
that, or like looked for, you know, like.
So just had encounters?
Yeah. Right now, what I'm doing is actually buying the shoes from the woman online, and that's kind of coping with my problem.
Okay.
After his identity in this case was revealed to the public, one woman came forward with a troubling story about an interaction with Mark on the website OfferUp.com. The truth of the matter has not been verified, and the statements made by this individual only reflect their opinion. According to her statement, Mark was interested in purchasing a pair of high-heeled shoes from her, but first requested she put the shoes on and take pictures of her feet. She refused and immediately ceased all communication with him. 9 other postings on his seller profile showed that Mark was attempting to sell or give away various pairs of women's sandals, flip-flops, and high heels, which may be what prompts Officer Jenkins to ask the following question.
Is there a particular type of shoe that you like?
Open-toed shoes.
Okay.
Anything open-toed.
So they
I'm
show
not
the
into
feet?
like the closed-toed or anything like that.
Okay. All right, so you got to be able to see the feet.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever had the compulsion to hurt
No.
feet or anything like that? Or did you have any thought of hurting the women when you were
no.
touching their feet and legs?
No.
Okay.
Finally arriving at the Merced Police Department, the officers prepare to take Mark in for processing. Ironically, a routine procedure will end up giving Mark a taste of his own medicine.
Lift up the bottom of your feet so I can see the bottom? Yeah. Separate your toes for me? Perfect. Relax.
While it's impossible to know what Mark may have been planning to do next, it's clear that his unsettling obsession was taking a dangerous turn. Shortly after his arrest in Atwater, California, Mark Anthony Gonzalez was extradited to Nevada to face charges where the crimes occurred. He pleaded guilty to 2 counts of felony burglary and was sentenced to 20 years in prison. In addition, Mark was ordered to pay the family's a restitution in the amount of $435. He was later transferred back to his home state, where he remains incarcerated at the Substance Abuse Treatment Facility and State Prison in Corcoran, California. He will be eligible for parole no sooner than February of 2032.
Tomorrow is National Missing Children's Day.
Oh, do you see it? Yeah, right there.
is where it's at. See it?
Jackson County Sheriff's Office is asking for help finding a missing person.
Purdue was last seen in 2008.
47-year-old Graham Case was last seen leaving his Medford home June 22nd.
We don't have a defined search area. We just felt strongly that we needed to do something.
He encourages anyone with information about Case to contact the sheriff's office.
We are back at Fish Lake, and the reason why we're here, Brandon Purdue, 18 years old, goes missing in 2008 driving his red Honda, and he tells his girlfriend, look in the glove box. Now flash back to 2 years ago, we were actually here at Fish Lake, but we never searched this boat ramp. And the reason for it is because we were so focused on what we saw in Google Images when the water was low that we only searched down at the dam, as well as a lot of other bodies of water in the area. But that's not the only person we're looking for. We're also looking for Graham Case. Now he went missing just a little over a year, actually less than a year ago, June 22nd. Now the thing is, his wife died 2 years earlier of cancer. Love of his life. She was his all, did everything for him. But he just could not take it anymore. Several attempts, unfortunately, and he left us behind 3 kids who he said, you guys would be better off without me. And they're not. But that's the reason why we're here, is because last time we were searching for Graham, we searched some other bodies of water, Lost Creek Lake, Agate Lake, Immigrants Lake, all over the Medford area. But 140, he was from Klamath Falls. And so this 140 route, we have a lot of bodies of water that we want to search. And if we flash back to last time where we ended our day at Diamond Lake, we couldn't search at that time because the snow was up to here. So fingers crossed. And I say that way too much, but fingers crossed, we might find both of them here tonight. So we're gonna get in the water. Let's see what we can find.
For families who have all but given up on finding their loved ones, this team is a last hope. Civilian divers cracking cold cases for free.
There's some nice deep water out here. Now the water was down a lot more early this year. We're gonna be really interested in that. That's a nice big shadow. That one's not big enough, but that's in shallow water too, so not interested in that one. That kind of circles around. Don't know if that's what we're looking for, but we're still only in 6-7 feet of water, and the water level was down probably 15 feet from where it's at right now. And so with the water level being down a lot further than where it's at now, we'll want to definitely search a lot further out than we normally would. So we got 15 there. But this is quite a ways from the boat ramp now. Nice easy bottom to read though, if there is a vehicle out here. Yeah, there's no way that it's gonna be this far across right now from where we're at. So I'm gonna say let's kind of go run like left of the boat ramp there, because when you see with the water levels down more, if you go back to an aerial chart from years past, you can see it's more access to the right over there. Let's circle around on this one. Just 30 feet to right behind you is where we're going now. I'm going to show you what I'm looking at here. This right here is what I was interested in, so we're going to head right across the top of it over here and see if we can pick anything up. Yeah, not like that right there, but it's not what I'm looking for, I don't think. It kind of looks like it has a car shape. And I'm not getting any height, so it's just the way that the bushes were reading there. Back down at 6 feet. All right, let's go around the shoreline, kind of over here. Gets down to 3 feet. All right, well, I say no go at the ramp here. This is the resort that's over here if you can barely see it. I don't think there's any roads that come over to it. Another hole over here too. See that hole? Yeah, 16 feet deep is the max out here. And now we got 23 over there. What ended up happening is we tried to go to the 4 Mile Reservoir, nothing but snow over there. And so just down the road, Willow. Now we've been to Willow before looking for Brandon. I didn't do the scanning on it, and I do have a saying. The saying goes, if I didn't scan it, I don't feel like it's actually been scanned properly. So I'm gonna go ahead and double check for Brandon, but we're also gonna check for Graham. Before we jump out on the water, let me just kind of show you where we're heading, what we're doing. So right now we're at the boat ramp right here. You know, we're already at the 9-10 foot mark and we haven't put it in yet. And it's gonna drop off 23 to 30. Now we've been here before, as I mentioned. Over here is the dam access road. There's no access for us to actually get up there. There's like a outflow right here and just no way to get across here. So I don't think there's a reason for us to go back over there for that reason, just the way that the road was. And so our main focus is going to be right here in this 30-foot hole. You guys want to see sonar? I'll show you some sonar. Hey, leave those on, please. I can't see now. I'm not a pirate. I can't steer by the stars. What is that? Oh, you see that? That looks like a car upside down a little bit, but we'll double check it. I don't. Nah. I think it's just the way that, here I'll show you. I think it's just the way that the land comes down. So just kind of like that, how that just kind of folds down is what we were picking up on. Even that, it's only 15 feet there, but it says that we're in 30 feet of water over here. So you can't always trust the graphs, I guess. Or the charts, I mean. Alright, we're gonna pack it up here. There's one more potential access to get us into 4 Mile, but if not, our morning is going to continue down in Klamath Falls. We have 3 locations down there. So just like that, we're gonna be right there in the morning and bright and early, 7 a.m., have not even had breakfast yet. But I want to bring you into what we've already done on the Graham and Brandon case, as well as what we have left to do. So as we jump into this, Johnny, we have Brandon and Graham are both from Medford. Now the thing about that we talked about on episode 1 with Graham is that he never crossed over, supposedly he never crossed over to the west of I-5. So all of our search has been over to the east side for that reason. And so our focus is we're really retracing a lot of the steps that we have done for Brandon in the past, but we're catching new locations along the way as well. So if we find Graham, we might find Brandon in the process, and that's what our main focus is let's start with Graham. So one of the things that we ended up doing is we ended up focusing on Lost Creek Lake up here. And there's a few good locations. There's a boat ramp here, there's access here, and then there's a boat ramp here. Now the thing is this one is more of a marina, and Graham, as well as both Brandon, ended up going missing in June, close to 4th of July. For that reason, the marinas and the busy places in the summer, I've kind of rolled off, but we wanted to double check it anyway. Anything that's in green is what we still have to check. So, something of not top priority, but I want to make sure that I'm still aware of it. Now on episode 1 for looking for Graham, we ended up finishing up at Diamond Lake. However, this is on the pass. The snow was like up past past the motorhome, and we could not get into Diamond Lake. So we took that one off, but his father also feels like that's way too far to the north, because from Medford to Klamath Falls, this is his stomping ground. This is where he grew up. This is where his mother's still from. And for that reason, that's why we ended up focusing last night on Willow Lake. We ended up focusing on Fish Lake. Now, I've been to Lake of the Woods before, and that's why we did not do anything at Lake of the Woods, because it's so shallow. And again, if you go down to the marina, that thing is just packed. So that's why I ruled that one out. Now, where we're sitting right now is we're sitting right here at this red spot. There's actually a car right out here. It's an older car. We've dove on it before when we were looking for Brandon. So we know if we run into a car, that one's not him, but we're looking for a different car that might have been missed, or we're looking for the white crossover that Graham was driving. So for that reason, we need to run this entire bank all the way to the north and all the way to the south along this rim here. And then we will head down to the second location over here, which is really the only other one that I could find that makes sense with him being from Klamath Falls. Does he know about this location at the river that, hey, I'm looking for something more towards my hometown? I know it's deeper. I know Klamath Lake gets shallow. So that's why I'm going to focus on this one.
So what are the chances do you think he may be in here?
Every location I go to is always my next high priority, my highest probability that I'm hopeful.
Yeah. So, I mean, otherwise you wouldn't be here, right?
Yep. All right, let's do it. This has all my tracks from last time I was here. Every location is a hopeful location. And the reading is really nice. I mean, you can see the line that ties the dock out there. You can see the pylon. Those pylons is what you can see. Won't be hard at all today if there's a vehicle in here. And this water itself is up 4 feet from where it was last time we were here, I believe.
All you found was like right about here, right?
Yeah, right, yeah.
The sheriff pull it out?
Yeah, somewhere. No, I think it was too old to pull out.
Oh, do you see it?
Yeah, right there. That's where it's at. See it? Really cool, like where these rock slides are at, but you can actually see how that rock slide comes all the way down into the water here. Right on in, it stops. Now this over here, you can tell that this is the boat that I took scanning last time. They scanned back to where we started at the boat ramp, and then this is the boat that I took, and so I did that entire bay area there, and then I ran up to the north side there. Looks like I did 4 passes.
Can you adjust the settings to change like the color of last time versus this time, or is it just permanent?
I have absolutely no idea. Let me take a look and see.
Because this would be kind of annoying, because now you don't know what you scanned this time, you know?
I do. I think you can clear the tracks, but then it clears everything in the system. Oh, let me try it. Depth, speed. No, I don't see a way to do that. I'll have to do some research on it. You know, something's going on up here. I don't know if we're gonna be able to run the entire way. Those are actually messing with my scan here too. So all of this is all of that, which is then messing up, and we have to be really careful to read through that. But like if there was a vehicle right there, it might have a little bit of an issue. You can see how it like then makes it all silhouette behind it. Like I can't see anything beyond that right there. So for that reason, I cannot call this area clear. This part I can see, so this is the yellow, and then this is the shoreline. In fact, that's the yellow over there as well, with the shoreline right behind it. But I can actually see into this spot between it right now.
but some of it back there I could not. Now I'd love to get on the other side of it. Could need to scan that part. I think we can ram over the top of it. Here. Pick a point, and here we go. Look, they already marked it for us. They put a new, no, there's not enough land here. It almost looks like they're putting a new public dock in here.
Well, maybe that's what this is. Maybe they're laying a giant parking lot.
Yeah, they could be. Or it's just a work platform.
Yeah, it looks like a work dock.
Huh. Oh, this is to your left. You're behind you. Look at that. Oh, too shallow. Dragging in the mud. So we're back in 6 feet of water here. But then over here you can see it's going to get shallow. More shallow up here. And then in fact it even says shallow down to 3 feet there. So only 5 feet. So I say we're going to turn around, run the shoreline out just a little bit further. And we'll head up the other direction. Are you impressed?
With these locations that we've now cleared and we're going to clear, are there any closer to Medford?
Right there on the left. Believe it to be a rock. The way that it's shaped. It's not a vehicle, but again, we'll hit it at a few different angles just to make sure that we mark it off properly. With 100% confidence, we always want to be confident in it. And off to the left, right there. Yeah, it's a rock. One more direction. The way we were turning there, it looked like it was two, but there's only one. It's because we were turning at that moment in time, but
And it's crazy how your speed and your angle kind of changes it.
yeah, but that direction, it's a rock. So I think that I mentioned it yesterday. I might have mentioned it off camera though. But the reason why we are doing the locations we're doing late last night and today is because we're over on I did mention it this morning. We're over on Highway 97, heading south to California, whereas we have the mountain pass. And so it makes more sense for us to do this today, go hit California, and then come back up on I-5, and then we'll be able to hit some locations over in the Medford area. In the Medford area, I think I have like 8 or 9 locations that are marked over there. And really, I mean, I'm drawn more to those also for the fact that even though he's, connected to Mom, once we clear these, I'm going to be really drawn to those. And the reason for it is because, it's in his own backyard. We have this thing about people don't normally leave their own backyard when they're going to go do something like this. And there's a couple of good reservoirs that are over there that I feel like would be deep enough, even in the summer months, June, heading into July for the 4th of July weekend. Some secluded locations that I believe that you can get to later on at night.
So with Brandon, it kind of seems like, his last cell phone feed was up near Fish Lake.
Yeah.
And now that we've cleared Fish Lake, there's not really any lakes in the area that have not been checked, right?
So with Brandon, we have the cell phone ping, which we're really focused in on, because we found, 99% of the time when there's a cell phone ping, that's where they're going to be within, a couple miles from there. We have one reservoir that's left. It's the 4-mile reservoir that we could not get into last night. We never checked it last time, and the reason for it is, we felt like the way the shoreline looked on past Google images when you go back in time, and the water, how it drains out or how it fluctuates, didn't feel as though he could get out to the deeper part. But, again, we're just so hung up on the cell phone ping. Is he, is 4 miles from where the cell tower is at? But then we also have the girlfriend that was like really, or the ex-girlfriend, who was like, I'm really drawn to Lost Creek. And we had one or two text messages that went out an hour after his last cell phone ping, which an hour's drive can get him back there. Now we've searched that lake twice now, have not found Brandon, and we have not found Graham in Lost Creek Lake. So right now it kind of checks that one off, and now we have to keep moving, checking these off one at a time.
You scanned a lot of Lost Creek Lake, right?
Yeah, the first time that we were at Lost Creek Lake looking for Brandon, we scanned the entire lake for all the locations that above and beyond the locations, especially because there was a road that looked like it was on the north side. But after we scanned it, it looked like it was more of the prior to them raising the dam, a couple decades ago, that there used to be a road over there, it's fallen off, and you cannot gain access to it, is what we saw. But we did check it off. And we'll just go as far as where the road starts to go up right there. Right here, there's supposed to be a boat ramp, is what I saw online, but if you look at it, there's a gate. It actually looks shallow. Oh wait, can we get in here? Oh yeah, we can get in here. Maybe let's pull this sonar ball out and see if it's actually deep enough. Yeah, 7 feet's not deep enough for.
Is that what it is, 7?
Yeah, especially with this is wintertime with the runoff already starting. So it's gonna get even more shallow in the summertime. So where that takes us now is, we're gonna head down to Sacramento today, and we're gonna go work on some other cases down there, and then we'll loop back up and around, hit Medford on that side of the mountain, because we're about 2 hours away from it right now. So on that one, if you did not watch the first video for Graham, the link is in the description down below to give you even more details and get you caught up on that one. And we're also going to have day 3 and hopefully not day 4. Hopefully we're gonna be able to find Graham. So those links will be in the description down below, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.
Jackson County Sheriff's Office search and rescue crews are still looking for any information about his whereabouts.
Put the motor on too soon. In the shore right there. I think I might have a car. Yeah, I was turning, but I don't know, I have to come back in, over that and double check it. That's what I was looking at right here. And I was going a little fast and turning at the same time. So let's go check that out. That would be really nice.
Are you Miss Staples?
Yes, how can I help you?
So we got kind of a weird phone call.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know Latricia?
No.
No.
I don't know anybody out here.
Some lady called DCFS. And,
What?
And kind of made some claims that you had a child that accidentally shot themselves.
Absolutely not.
No, it sounds crazy to me too. That's what.
I am so sorry about this. My ex-husband, his new girlfriend, this broad is off the chain. I have went down to Rock Island and filed a police report on her.
Okay.
I have went and put a restraining order on her.
What's her name?
Her name is Tony. This girl is never in it. She has so many different Facebook pages she stalks me from. She has made up different names, called me from different numbers. I have changed my number, tried to do everything I can.
Right.
Unfortunately, I can never seem to get them served because they're always bouncing around in the Chicago area.
Oh, okay. They're not even down here.
They're not even out here. And
Okay.
it's been a constant...
Have we been here before?
No, you've never come to my house for anything. I've been here for 7 years and never had a problem in Rock Island.
Yeah, I didn't know who you were.
I work at Genesis Hospital. I'm a patient care tech. I'm a student at Eastern Iowa Community College.
Okay.
I have a business in Davenport. This girl has made threats towards me on Facebook, posting her gun up, saying that she's going to come to my addy. It's just never ending.
Right. So they made some allegation that you had a son and he shot himself.
Sir,
and he's in
come
your
on
basement.
now. You think, look where I live.
No, I get it. Just so I can check the box off, can I look in your basement real quick and I'll get out
No,
of here?
you need a search warrant to do that. I'm sorry, I'm not about to have my rights violated because someone makes Uranus allegations like this.
I know. Like I said, it sounded crazy to me too. I'm just up here seeing if, we have to investigate it, no matter how crazy it sounds.
If you want to do that, I would suggest you go through the proper protocols. I'm not about to let some crazy woman who has my husband make Uranus accusations like this and have my rights violated.
No, I get it. That's what
That is not okay. I have 4 girls in here.
That's what I'm just asking. I'm not
4 children.
I'm not trying to blame anything on you. I'm not saying this is true. I was just asking. Okay.
This is nuts.
That's all it is. Okay.
I have 4 children
Her
in here.
ex-husband's new girlfriend's been causing her
And
issues. She thinks that's who it is.
ongoing. She's been harassing my job, harassing my place of business, harassing my children. I'm sick of it.
Okay.
I've tried to get a restraining order against her, tried to get one against him. It's never ending. I cannot have any peace where I live.
And you guys only have girls?
Yes.
Okay.
I have 4. Do you want to see them?
No. They said it was a son. I was just curious if that's even true.
It's not.
Okay.
It's a never-ending story with these two.
I get, like I said, I'm not trying to bother you or anything, but we get a call, no matter how crazy it sounds, we still got to come up and see if there's any truth.
And this is crazy.
It is.
This is very crazy.
Okay.
I have been living here for 6 years. My neighbors have never had a complaint. Don't you think if my neighbors would have heard something like that, they would have made a call or said something to somebody?
I would believe so, yeah.
Just think about it. It don't make no kind of sense. This girl is psycho.
Okay.
She's harassed my job.
Do you know her phone number by chance?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't know her phone number.
Okay. All right. Well, sorry to bother you. Okay. It's like I said, we get a call, we gotta show up.
They got to the point now where they don't have my phone number, so they emailing me. Okay, I have spam emails here from these people. I'm gonna go down here. The last one I got was, let me see.
Is it have a name on it?
Yes, it has his name on it. I have to go here. This is the last one I have. And this gotten to the point where they're emailing me because they don't have a contact phone number on me.
Right.
This is how bad the harassers got. Okay. But until I can get Rock Island to Cook County to serve them and actually find the address on them,
right,
that's going to be a problem.
So
they keep having me come back to court until I can get an address on them.
I'll add some notes just in the call that I was here, and that it's a harassment thing, so we don't have to keep coming up here. And
thank you.
All right, sorry to bug you. Just like I said, we gotta call, even if it sounds crazy. We gotta come see what's going on.
This lady, I don't even know what to say about her. It's never ending.
All right.
I have doorbell cams here.
I saw that.
So, I'm here. I ain't got nothing to hide.
Okay.
She looked out the window. Hello.
Yes.
Sushi? Can you come out?
What's going on?
Well, just step on out. I'll explain everything.
Wait a minute. My kids in here.
Okay, I understand that, but we have a search warrant for the house.
For your cooperation to be up front with us.
Hold on.
So step on out.
No, step out.
What part of the house do you all have a search warrant for?
The whole house.
The whole house.
So you need to step out. Step out.
Okay, I'm gonna
open the door.
We'll all walk in casually. We're not gonna tear up your house or anything. So
calm down. My kids are in here.
Okay.
Please.
How many?
4.
And where at in the house?
They're upstairs. I just made them go upstairs. I don't want to scare my kids. Can we just calm
These
down?
officers are gonna walk in there with you, and I got a copy of the warrant out here for you, honey.
Can I see the warrant, please? And I can call my lawyer. Can I see the warrant before we walk any further? I'm calm.
we have a valid search warrant, so
I understand, but you haven't let me see it yet, and you're walking through my house.
it's right here. You don't run how we do.
You're not in control of this.
Okay. I'm trying to see. You all?
So I need your phone too.
My phone? That's not my phone.
Well, that's phone is taken.
Hold on to that. So which rooms are your kids in?
Obviously not.
They're upstairs. I am very cooperative. I'm not fighting anybody.
You're fine. You're
I'm
fine.
just, look, I'm
Tina?
scared. My kids
Mind
are
going
here.
upstairs and checking.
My kids are here.
I mean, you have to.
That's empty.
Well, it's for an old heater.
Do you know why we're here?
No, I don't. I don't know why you're here.
Okay.
But I'm really scared because my kids are upstairs and I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Can I call my family to tell them, to somebody to come?
You're not under arrest or anything like that, okay? That's why I'm sitting here talking to you, okay?
Okay, I'm scared to death because I don't know what's going on.
And so the reason we're here, okay, is because we're investigating a call that we had, okay? The officers came out and talked to you last night, correct?
Yes.
Okay. We have to handle that real seriously, okay? Because the allegations are that you have a son and that he's deceased and he's here in this house. Okay, so that's where we're at right now. Do you have a son named Zion?
No, I don't.
You've never had a son named Zion.
No.
Are you claiming benefits for a kid named Zion?
No. I haven't gotten any benefits for anyone. I just recently went through a situation where a young lady stole my identity and she falsely filed my taxes and my informations and stuff like that. And I've been working with the FBI. I've been working with the IRS. There's been a lot of things popping up, and
have you had any interactions with DCFS up in Chicago?
I did.
Okay.
False calls that were made.
Okay.
Correct.
One of the calls from 2021, DCFS came out to your residence in Chicago, and there was a Zion Staples there. Along with your 4 daughters, and then another young boy.
We had kids in the neighborhood come over.
So,
some of those kids that were implicated were not, in fact, our children. They were there.
So you're saying there was a kid in your apartment that was not your kid, named Zion?
I didn't say his name was Zion. No.
Well, somewhere here we've got to clear this up with this Zion Staples.
Yes, and
benefits. Listen to it. Benefits being put in his name that you're receiving from.
I haven't received any benefits.
And then also involved in this.
I haven't received any benefits. That's what I'm telling you.
Well,
someone has stolen my identity. I have proof of that. If you go in my phone, you'll be able to see the messages between me and the FBI agent in Milwaukee. So I'm.
But this is separate from that with the DCFS call.
Because somebody is obviously claiming benefits and getting food stamps.
But they're getting food stamps for your 4 daughters. And
I've been having a hard time with that because I can't get any because of that, and I've been working on it.
Okay, are we going to find anything in your house that has Zion's name on it? Birth certificate, social security card, or anything like that?
Nope.
Well, because we're seizing your phone, okay?
I understand you're seizing it, but that's... Like, I should be able to at least call my lawyer still. I shouldn't be held in my own house and not be able to call my counsel.
Well, are you requesting a lawyer right now? Because if you request a lawyer right now, we're done talking.
And then what? You're going to arrest me?
I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to search your house.
We're going to search his house upside and down. Because somewhere here we need to get to the bottom of this Zion thing.
I can't
and
help
this is coming from other. This is coming from other people. This is.
I can't help it when people call and make allegations against me. People do this every day out of spite. And I possibly had some visitors. It was probably the summertime.
So where would they get the name Zion Staples?
Zion Staples.
I don't know. People make it up all the time. People make it up all the time.
But see, DCFS does not come into your home and say, "Okay, have the neighbors over." And let's do all this personal stuff that affects you and your family in front of all these other people.
They did.
They do it with you.
They did.
And they do it with your family.
They did, though. They very much did that.
That doesn't make a lot of sense.
If you are claiming people back and forth amongst family members to get bigger returns, our biggest concern is that we can have somebody with law enforcement say, this is Zion, this is what's going on, and he is fine. Because right now, we have a person that exists, but we can't lay eyes on him, and it's a child. Okay, that's what they're saying.
What is that noise?
It's just the beeping.
So that's what we're looking at. So if this is what's going on, if you have a cousin, a sister, a brother-in-law, a friend, or whatever claiming kids, or you're claiming them on the app, and you guys are splitting some extra money, I get that. The biggest concern that we have here is that we need to make sure that this kid is safe. And in the time since the officer was here last night and the time that an officer had called you back in June, that we can say, nope, she's totally clear. There's nobody here. There's nobody here.
And arrest. I'm telling you.
Birth certificate?
What is that?
Birth certificate.
For Zion Staples.
Zion Staples.
That's not mine.
Sushi Staples child stuff. It's found in your room.
We
along
need
with the Social Security card.
to get this
Stop
figured out. Stop
lying.
It's over.
Where is that kid? You need to come clean because we're not going anywhere. This is just, you're just going to dig yourself a bigger grave now. I asked you if there's anything with Zion's name in this house. You said no.
I needed some extra help, okay? That was it.
What do you mean by that?
I had a person that makes documents. And it was just really hard, like,
So is Zion a real person?
no. I can't call a lawyer and let them know you are here. I can't call a lawyer to come here to my house while I'm being questioned by you.
If you want an attorney right now, we can we'll just be done.
We'll be done.
All right.
But the investigation continues.
Okay.
Okay. Go and turn around for me.
Oh, no. I'm going to jail? What am I going to jail for? What have I done?
You just admitted to fraud.
So now you're going to railroad me on fraud?
Railroad you what? We're trying to figure out where your kid is.
My kid.
You're saying that he doesn't exist.
My kid. Cuff it, you ready to walk out.
We'll cuff you in front, okay?
This is embarrassing. I can get in the car. Do you got to take my dignity away and put me in cuffs?
We're not gonna put him behind you, okay? We're gonna walk you to the car real quick and then we'll get you out of here, okay?
My neighbors, they've been knowing me for 6 years. You see that badge over there? I work 2 jobs in Genesis.
I hear you.
I go to school out here. God, this is embarrassing.
I'm gonna walk around and make sure that